My passion with cars started very similar to a lot of you guys out there. Where my passion started was with Hot Wheels. I think that's where a lot of us start. You go to the store with your parents and you get like a Hot Wheels car. That's what I really loved at first. I loved collecting these Hot Wheels, lining them up on the kitchen floor and sending them through tracks, just playing with them like a lot of you guys did. From there, movies, TV were a huge influence as well. When I was a kid, for me, the movies were James Bond movies. My family loves James Bond, so we watched a lot of James Bond movies, and the car chase scenes were my favorite. Yeah, the gadgets were cool, but I love the car chase scenes and the different cars, especially the Aston Martins. I was a huge fan of those. I still think those cars are super cool to this day. And for movies, it really kind of changed into video games. So when I got my first PlayStation, one of the first games that I got was Gran Turismo. And that was a pretty big gateway drug. So with Gran Turismo, you get exposed to a lot of cars that we don't even have here in the US, like Silvias and Skylines, which you can see one of those back here. And once I moved from video games, the next really big step was actually getting cars and modifying them myself. So let's go through a little car history with that. The first car I was able to buy was a 1998 Acura Integra. That was also the first car that I started doing modifications with, and that really grew my passion for cars and being a car enthusiast. After that Integra, I got a 2003 Jaguar XJ8, which is way different than an Acura Integra, but I love British cars. Talked about Aston Martins before, and I absolutely loved the Jaguar because it was cool, but it wasn't something I could really modify. It was a Jaguar. There's not a lot of aftermarket out there for those cars, so I wanted something that I could modify and have some fun with tinkering. So after the Jaguar, I got a 2005 Mustang GT. And that was a really fun car because I was able to modify and do some different things with, because there's a lot of aftermarket support out there for those cars. But I was missing something. I wanted something Japanese. That's really where my passion lied, and I didn't have a Japanese car for a few cars, and I love that Integra. So I started looking what was out there, and I realized that this car called a Nissan Skyline that I had so much fun with in Gran Turismo that we couldn't get here in the United States, I could get. I could import one, and I did that. That's the car right there. I have the Nissan Skyline right behind me, and that's a car that I have a lot of fond memories with, because when I bought it, my friend and I flew one way down to Florida to pick it up, and we drove it straight back to Wisconsin. It was basically sight unseen, and we didn't really know what we were getting into. And those are memories I'm never gonna forget. And that's a big reason why I'll never sell that car, because yeah, it's my dream car, but it's also memories I have with it that are just so cool to me as a car enthusiast that I just can't replicate with another car. So now I had a Japanese car with the Skyline. I still had the Mustang at the same time. And I knew I wanted to go down this Japanese car path because I really enjoyed those cars. I ended up selling the Mustang and buying my friend Pete's IS300. And then after the IS300, I also got a 240SX. So right now I got a pretty good JDM garage with an R32, a 240, and an IS300. I got a Tacoma as well, but it's a truck and you guys don't care about trucks, but it's a JDM garage and I absolutely love it. You guys now know my car history, but a car history for someone doesn't explain why they're a car enthusiast. You can't just list a bunch of cars and be like, I'm a car enthusiast, and that's why, because I own cars. That's not true. There's more to it than that. And for me, it's that personal expression that cars give you. You can customize and modify a car in a way that expresses you as a person to everyone out there on the road. And that's what I really love, is that customization and the ability to express yourself with your vehicles. Because there's so much out there, so many different styles, that you can really have your own or follow a trend. You can do whatever that you want. And the other thing to cars that I really like being a car enthusiast is the history behind things. Studying why Nissan made the 240SX, what makes the SR20 a cool motor, why the RB sounds better than the JZ. All that stuff I find really interesting is the history behind it, because I'm a history buff. I like history outside of cars, but cars allow you to bring in history, and there's so much history to cars, and you guys know that. It's absolutely fascinating to learn about. Motorsports is another aspect of car culture that really shaped me as a person, and is why I love being a car enthusiast. So for me, I'm into drifting. You guys probably no secret, I've done some videos on it. I'm really passionate about it. If you follow me on Instagram, I talk about drifting all the time. That's my huge passion. And it's not just because it looks cool, but motorsports is a way that it kind of pushes you as an individual. For me, it was a comfort zone thing. I was so out of my comfort zone when I first started drifting. I didn't know anybody who drifted. I didn't know how to drift. I didn't really know anything, but I know it's something I wanted to do. So I threw myself into it, and motorsports in general, for any of you guys that track your cars, it really pushes you and it makes you learn new things and you meet new people. It's a whole bunch of new, but it's that progression that's really satisfying. For me, And so when I'm at the track, I might learn a new technique or get better at something, or maybe meet someone new and they tell me something I didn't know. And it's that constant progression that I absolutely love. And as a car enthusiast, there's so much ability to do that and to progress as a person and to learn new things that for me matters a lot. To me, being a car enthusiast is also a lot about the people that you meet through the journey. And some of those people that I've met, especially the guys out at Shawano and US Air, they're like family to me. I see them more than some of my actual family. And you guys know this too. You have some of your best friends, even family members that are into cars, and that passion unites you guys and it grows that friendship. And that's something which is the people in the car community that I love about being a car enthusiast. Kind of the last thing I want to touch on about being a car enthusiast and why I love it is something really personal to me that I kind of had some self-reflection on. So sometimes you'll find yourself chasing the next modification or next event and you're just like, what's next, what's next, what's next? And you're pushing yourself and you're constantly kind of stressed about what you're gonna do next, how you're gonna do it, when you're gonna do it. But then you sit back and you look at those friends that I just mentioned, look at what they're doing, and rooting for your friends and seeing them progress and do awesome things is one of my favorite things about being a car enthusiast. I love seeing my friends absolutely kick ass, especially when they're drifting, and them getting better and better and better, or doing some tight tandems. That's what's really rewarding to me, is not what I'm doing with my cars, but it's what my friends are doing with their cars and what they're passionate about, and seeing them succeed is really rewarding. And I absolutely love that about being a car enthusiast. Seeing your friends just kick ass. You guys have heard my story and why I love being a car enthusiast, but I want to hear your story and why you love being a car enthusiast. Drop that in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Sam. Peace.